Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I have some exciting updates on my game's progress. As a reminder, I'm building this game from scratch using Visual Basic. In the previous episode, I did not have much to show because most of the changes were buried in the code. I know looking at lines of code is not the most exciting thing for you, so I have focused on the visual side of the game. The game is not finished yet, but in this episode I finally have something to show you. So what's new? First, I designed a separate form for the game menu. Now when you start the game, you are greeted by this main screen. In the background, there is a cityscape that loops continuously and you can hear the background music. The continue button is currently inactive since that logic has not been written yet. The exit button simply closes the game. The back button is temporary. It just lets me jump back into the game window for testing, and I will remove it later. As for the settings menu, it's quite minimalist. You can adjust the volume for music and sound effects, and toggle full screen mode for the main window. When you click new game, the character selection window opens. Clicking on a character card gives you a visual confirmation. You can also see the character's photo and description. Later, I will add a full backstory for each character, but for now you can see their life goal. This is a specific condition you need to meet to win the game. Let's pick Alex and start. As you can see, the game window has changed since my last video. On the left, we see our selected character, his age, current job and money balance. Below that you will see week 1 of 4. This is a game mechanic. Every turn advances the time by 1 week. In the game, 1 month equals 4 weeks. Game year is 52 weeks, so basically think of it as a 13 months year. In the top right we have the menu, settings and exit buttons. The menu button takes you back to the main menu, settings opens the window we saw earlier, and exit shuts down the game. On the left side, there is a navigation area where you can switch between different tabs. I have added an animation effect to test buttons, so you can clearly see which tab is active. Let's head over to the Jobs tab. I have added some test data to check the mechanics. Right now, Alex is a postman. In the center of the screen, you can see cards with job details, monthly salary and required skills. We can quit our current job and apply for a new one. Let's become a cleaner. The pay is better and it doesn't require special skills. Check out the lock at the bottom. It tracks every action. We can see Alex quitting the postman position and getting hired as a cleaner. You might also notice that the office worker position requires the skill Business Strategy Level 1. Let's go to the Skills tab and see what that's about. Each skill has its own cost, description and study time. Also, notice that some skills are locked until you master the previous level. We need Business Strategy Level 1, but we don't have enough money. Let's skip 4 weeks by clicking the next button 4 times. At the end of every month we receive our salary. You can also see in the log that a certain amount was deducted. These are the character's base expenses. Let's say living costs that are deducted every month. Income and expenses will fluctuate during the game, so keeping an eye on your spending is key. Now we have enough money to study. Since this skill takes 4 weeks to learn, let's skip ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. And great. Now we have access to level 2 skill Business Strategy. But let's go back to the Jobs tab. Now we can finally get that office worker job. 6,800 is a good start, but let's look at the Business tab. There are several businesses available, but we are short on cash. I think it's time to visit the bank. Don't mind the name, it's just a placeholder. True, I have heard the interest rates here are huge. Let's take out a 50,000 loan. To make sure we don't lose the game immediately, since a negative balance means game over, I will take a 12 months loan. Just keep in mind, you cannot take another loan until the current one is paid off. Now, let's head back to the business tab and buy a cafe. I can also sell it, but I will only get back a portion of what I paid. Let's skip another month and check the log. We can see our monthly loan payment, our salary, and our business income. And because we have that business strategy level 1 skill, our income is slightly higher than baseline. Then, of course, we have usual living expenses and taxes. I plan to add much more content and activate the other tabs soon. I have a lot of work ahead of me regarding sound and visual effects. I also need to code a system for random events, because without them, the game feels a bit quiet and predictable. Adding content is not the difficult part. My priority is building a solid, working gameplay loop. That's what I'll be focusing on next. Thank you so much for watching my video to the end. Don't forget to hit the like button, maybe subscribe. Thanks for your support and see you in the next video.